Amazing souls, welcome to Africa Unchained. So in today's video we are going to talk about the Nigerian parliament, the eruption. When it erupts, do they really talk things that make sense or just some shagala-bagala things? That is what we want to talk about in today's video. But before we get into that, guys, I would want us to listen to this video, and then now I come back and do a proper analysis because it's very interesting. Let's listen.
This constitution can never give us progress. This constitution can never give us peace. This constitution can never give us unity. And unfortunately, most of us in this National Assembly, we don't have the spine to face what we need to give this republic to have peace and progress. What do I mean? This constitution has 68 items. 68 on the exclusive list. This constitution has only 12 on the concurrent list, and those 12 are written so nebulously, so fraudulently, that you know that the intention is to even undermine those.
As it stands today in this chamber, there is no any organized sitting arrangement. And you recall that I raised this issue in our leadership meeting once, that it is not in order that senators will just choose where to sit like that. We should organize it. If the former minority leader decides to sit there, Mr. President, he deserves to sit there.
There is no microphone there.
There's no microphone there.
Mr. President, let us not take the Panadol for his headache. He chooses to sit there. If he decides now on his own volition to go to where there is a mic and speak, Mr. President, we should oblige him. But let me advise that please, even though we have only 6-7 months to go, let's do what is right.
Senator Akpabio, the point I was saying to you, if you had waited, was that there was no microphone in that place, and you should know. That is why I'm now, as you are now at the point, we're going to carry on.
Mr. President, with due respect, all I expect from this Senate today is a letter of apology. It's an apology to me, not even by way of letter, even verbal apology. I represent a constituency. I know my contribution to Nigeria. If the clerk of the Senate has authorized that I should sit here, and I was so embarrassed here today, we cannot run the Senate on a partisan basis.
For us to be able to put our hands together and also have all those things that need to be fixed in here to be done properly, like the microphone, the speakers, even the sitting arrangement to be well done, and put everything ready for us to really operate very, very well in this renovated chamber, that we need to give all those involved time to do all these things on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Monday, so that we can resume on Tuesday next week. So it's on this note that this Senate stands adjourned until Tuesday next week by 10 a.m. prompt.
we are a poor nation. The bank coal will follow. They say firewood not for fair. They say we need to plant more trees, and they are not giving us money. We need to open our eyes, shine it, and tell the West, if you don't guarantee our finances and work with us to stop this, we are not going to comply with your climate change.
Are you aware that every expenditure you make from 31st May till date are not Excuse me, what is not doing well?
Thank you so much for listening. Guys, those things that were talked, especially on the constitution part, did it really make sense? Did it really make sense? Because I thought constitution is only meant to guide us, to show us the way. It's like a set of rules on how our country should be governed or what the citizens should follow. It's like a set of rules. Because of course, a place where there are no rules, it's going to be chaotic, right? And now I ask myself, does constitution bring peace, bring unity, bring all these things? I think it's not constitution, it's us who should actually bring that peace, bring that unity. Because constitution is just a document. It has nothing to think about, but it's us, who have everything to know that we have to follow this set of rules. We are the ones to bring peace among ourselves. Because, I will talk about Kenya. In the year 2010, the constitution was changed, and most of us believed that everything will change, corruption will go away, it will bring progress, unity. But you know what? Okay, as much as we say there are advantages and disadvantages, one of the disadvantages that instead of finishing corruption is we had earlier thought it devolved corruption. Because by then, when you talk about Ministry of Water, it was a centralized system, and then when the constitution was changed, it was devolved to counties. So that meant corruption was devolved, because at the moment a lot of projects have just been written down that it has happened in this place, in that place, but in real sense it hasn't happened. So this particular person, I know it's a video from back then, they are talking about the constitution of Nigeria. It has to be changed so that Nigeria can progress. It has to be changed so that peace can be in Nigeria, and it has to be changed to bring unity. And I will be here to confidently disagree with this particular good leader of Nigeria, because constitution is just a set of rules, but as a leader you have the responsibility to bring that peace. Because if you don't have tribalistic words, if you don't talk negative about your country, about your people, if you only preach peace and you bring development, then the constitution provides ways to govern things or govern people. So I don't think it was right for him to blame the constitution at all, because the constitution does not tell you to do anything. It does not tell you to, it only sets rules on how things should be done. I don't know what you think about that part, because I just came out here to put my point of view over here and kind of disagree with him. It's not all about constitution, it's about our minds. It's all about our minds. So the drama that normally happens in our African parliaments, you will think that they are really fighting for us, they are crying for us, but sadly they are just dramas to be seen outside there, that so this guy can say this, what guy really feels for us. But after that particular sitting, after the debate, everything goes to normal, nothing changes. It was just talking here and there, because you can imagine these particular leaders, the parliamentarians in Nigeria, fighting for sitting position instead of fighting for their people to get better road, to get more water, to get better housing, better living standards, and low taxes. Those are the things that they should have been fighting for, and not seats. Who to sit where, who not to sit where. No, that was very wrong, in fact. and the fact that corruption has really eaten our society. I don't know, what do you think is the medicine of corruption here in Kenya, and not really Kenya, here in Africa? Because it's like corruption is just all over Africa. What do you think? You know, I always think about how to finish corruption, but if it's starting from top there, then it becomes difficult, because whoever is at the top, if they stop corruption, then the rest will stop. It's easier. But if corruption goes from all the way from down to the top, then it's gonna be very difficult, right? There was this situation of a particular minister, a very big person in Nigeria. He was being grilled on how he spent some funds in a particular department or ministry. And this guy, he was just guilty, you know. He knew that he had embezzled the government funds. Instead of answering these questions, he pretended that he had fainted. That was so low of him. And I don't know what the young people are learning from such kind of leaders. Because leadership is a very powerful and influential position that should empower people. I mean, if as a leader you should be there to help, not to take everything. So comment down in the comment section, tell me what you think about this video, right? I'll see you in the next video. I love you.